Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? With pouring rain ruining the audio quality. But also a fall tutorial. Howdy y'all, how you doing? Today's video is kind of the get ready with me fall autumn makeup tutorial. This is just the look that I've been doing when I've been going to events, or for the last couple weeks. This is like the eye look that I've been doing when I go to brunch or when I have a family event or anything like that. This is the look I've been wearing constantly. So I figured that I would share it with you guys, you know, the peeps. And again, this is a very glam version. I don't wear this every single day. I'll wear variations of it that's much less intense. You know, minus lashes, minus liner, just a little bit of eyeshadow, maybe that crease color, and that's it. Pop it on, call it a day. Anyways, still trying to talk over the rain.
The rain.
That's where the window is, by the way. But let's take a minute here to pause. Hit that down bar below. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel. You know, really support your homegirl Grace here. 90% of you watch these videos, but do not subscribe. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Just hit that button right below there. Yeah, I know you want to. And don't forget while you're at it to hit that bell button. You know, subscribe, bell button. Get notifications for my videos. And without further ado, let's just jump on into this video, shall we? Alright guys, so if you hear walking or talking like that, that would be my family because I'm filming when everyone's awake. A new development. So today we're going to start with the face first, just because the eye look is very simple and not any fallout, so the things you like to hear. First I'm going to go in with this mini travel size version of the Professional Refining Primer. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this primer. I feel like sometimes it works really well and other times I'm like, eh. Kind of dotting it. And then I rub it in with my fingers. I bring this down on my neck a little bit. I would also just like to point out that I always film videos and then I never go anywhere. So I film these videos strictly for you guys. You're welcome. Now normally I use a Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, but I don't know, recently I've been noticing that my pores don't look as good as they originally did when I used it, so I'm switching it up a little bit. So after that I'm going to go in with my New Vigor foundation, the All Hours foundation from YSL. It's a little smidge dark for me as of right now, but we're going to make it work. I'm going to take my Clean Beauty blender, that's just a little stained, you know, casual, and I'm just going to press that into the skin. Cover up my life's worries, you know, and really make sure when your foundation doesn't match and it's a little dark because you're losing your tan. And just press that in everywhere. And like I said, just bring it down to your neck to make sure that you're not looking crazy. Alrighty, and then again, because you know we're kind of in between shades at the moment, I'm going to be mixing the Too Faced Multi-Sculpt Concealer in the shade Warm Beige, and then Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light Sand. And as you can clearly tell, I just make it so that they blend together, because otherwise that light sand color from Tarte is just way too light. And it's not a cute look. Sorry, I'm a child. Just blending to filth. I'm just going to take whatever's left over on the Beauty Blender and use that as eye primer, which I normally never do, but I'm currently out of my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. So we're using what we got. Oh well. Now I'm just going to quickly set my eyelids, because otherwise they'll be creasing in 2 seconds. Which, again, not a cute look. Not what we are going for today. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to go in with my Cover FX Matte Setting Powder. I have a love-hate relationship with this powder. I feel like it does such a good job setting my makeup. But at the same time, I feel like it absorbs the color really quickly, if that makes sense. So I can't necessarily bake with this too much, or really at all, because otherwise it's just like, boom, really, really light. Then I'll just take a little bit and press it into the areas where I crease up the most. And then, like I said, I can't really leave that powder sitting there too long. So I go in with this Bare Minerals brush and kind of swipe that away real quick. And then I'll just take my big fluffy Morphe brush, the R2, and kind of just sweep on powder on the rest of my face. I don't really pack it on just because I don't need a ton of powder, she says as she attacks her face with powder. All right, now that my face is looking powdery, we love a matte look. I'm gonna go in with my clearly very, very loved Anastasia contour kit. How sad is that? So she will be unfortunately replaced very soon. Then I have recently been liking this Real Techniques brush to apply the contour. I don't know, I feel like it's just been a lot smoother, I guess. It doesn't apply as heavy, so I can kind of build it up instead of it going one swipe and then I'm going to go in with the middle shade, and because I'm still a little bit tan, again, I have to mix a tiny bit of this neutral one in. Just whack off the extra. Just dust off the extra a little bit. And then I'll just go in and apply that right under my cheekbones. And then bring it up into my temples. Same thing on the other side. And then I'll just continue. Again, like I said, this brush really helps me build up the product. And it doesn't go on super heavy at the first sweep. So, and then I'll bring it up onto my temples and my forehead. Whatever's left on the brush, I'm not adding any more at this moment because again, then it just picks up too much product. I'm just blending that out and kind of take a little bit down my jaw. Then I'll go in with my Hakuhuru Sephora collection brush, go back into that cool tone color and a tiny bit of the neutral one and just bring that down my nose. Then I just kind of go over everything. I don't really veil it, but blend it out. So even if I'm looking in the monitor and I really can't see, or any spot of my face that's too heavily contoured, it's blended. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Unicorn brush. This is the big fluffy one. They don't really have names or numbers. And then, as per usual, I'm going to be taking my very much loved Radiant Bronze Light from Hourglass Bronzer. Put some on the brush. And I like this because it doesn't pick up a lot of product, so I can, again, build up the product, whereas with most brushes, especially big fluffy bronzer ones, I feel like it puts way too much product on, or it's just too big, and this is a little bit of an angle, so I can kind of, again, direct the product where I want it to go. Then I'm going to be taking my other Hakuhuru Sephora brush. I don't really know if they have names or numbers. I don't think they do. But if they do, I'll figure it out and I'll put it down in the links below. So then I'm going to go in with the Milani Berry Amour Baked Blush. This is so and this brush isn't meant for blush, I don't think. It was just kind of sitting in my room and I was like, you know what? I'm going to apply my blush with that because I don't feel like going downstairs. And I think it just applies it so nicely and doesn't attack my face with blush. I'm going to go with the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I don't know why mine looks so ugly, but it's a beautiful highlighter and it's my favorite. And I'm going to be applying that with my Morphe M510 brush. Just going to swirl that. And so the way I kind of apply my highlight is I bring it from where my iris is all the way up, and then I bring it to my eyebrow just so it doesn't look like there's a line of makeup. Throw a little on my lip. Then I go in with M504 brush, and I'll take that and I'll just put that right on the top of my cheekbone where the light hits. So this way the product is diffused with the bigger brush, but then you can just kind of keep adding up right on that cheekbone. So now that pretty much my entire face makeup is done, I'm going to go back to the Mattifying Cover Effect Setting Powder in Light and just take this Cake and Bake sponge, which is what I love for baking my contour. And I just take that and I kind of line it up with whatever this thing is on my ear, and then I'll just pull it down. And again, I don't leave this on for long because it really does kind of absorb the color. I don't know another way to phrase that correctly, but this powder just is kind of 0 to 100 real quick. And so then, like I said, really quickly I just kind of blend that out because you see how like it's already kind of grabbing that color, and I didn't want it to be a straight line. And then same thing on the other side. So now that the face makeup is done, I'm going to go over to the eyes. Since we already put that concealer as a primer, I'm just going to jump right into eyeshadow. Surprisingly enough, my favorite eyeshadow palette that I have been using every day since I got it is the Norvina palette, actually. So I have been using 3 colors. Obviously, the last tutorial I did was the Norvina palette. It was a pink and a purple look, which I love that eyeshadow look. But this time we're going to go in for a really warm tone look. So I'm going to first start with Eccentric. And I'm just going to be taking a fluffy brush, R37 from Morphe, and Incense, and kind of mix those two together. Just because I don't want a straight up orange color, I want a warm brown tone color. And I just run that through my crease from the outer corner of my eye all the way to the inner corner, pretty much through the crease. I mix those two together, and then I start on the outer corner and work my way in. I do this just because I'd rather have it on the outer corner and it kind of fluff out than have it on the inner corner and it's too much pigment. And then I'll take a little bit and swirl it, a circle right on that outer corner to, again, kind of fluff out that product. And then I'll do the same for the other eye. And I'll go in with the Morphe M506 brush. I love this brush for putting pigment on the outer corner of the eye. I think it just applies it exactly where you need it to. And it's not, I don't want to say it's more pigmented, but when you apply it with this tiny brush, it just gets it right in that area you want it to be. And it's more intense than if you use a fluffy shader brush or a packing brush. And then I'll go into Volatile and just kind of go straight in there. And I focus that on the outer corner, just making a V shape. You don't want to go too far though, because we want this color to blend seamlessly into the color Eccentric and Incense that we put down first. I'll just quickly go back in with the Morphe R37 brush and blend that out. Now it depends on the day, this part varies, so either I'll go in with Dreamer on the lid or I'll go in with Summer, or sometimes a mixture of both. Today I'm feeling full glam because this is a tutorial, so I'm going to go in with Summer. Now I'll just take my ring finger and put it right into that product. So like I said, I'll just take that and press it right on my eyelid. Then I'll go in on the outer corner again and kind of just blend that out. The other side. Next, I'm going to go in with the Morphe M432 brush, and I'm just going to dip back into Eccentric and Incense and line that lower lash line. Next, as per every tutorial I've ever done in my entire existence, I'm going to go in with this Inglot eyeshadow. Don't know the color, which I'm sorry. I just use this every single time. So I'm just going to apply that to the inner tear duct area. Alright, now that that's finished, I'm going to go in with my Stila Micro Tip Liner and just quickly line the upper lash line because we are going to put on false lashes. I know, extra, but I only use really tiny ones, so I don't know. Next, I'm going to go in with my handy dandy Hourglass mascara. Now, I'm not sure if I said this in a video yet, but this is my new favorite mascara. T. So I'm just gonna apply a generous coat of this to my lashes. And the reason I love this mascara is because not only does it give me the same effect as the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, but it comes off so much easier with makeup remover, and it doesn't transfer onto my eyelids because I have such long lashes that it hits my eyelid. But this one I've never had a problem with transferring, and I wore it during the heat wave we had here in New York every single day. I'm going to be applying the Live-In Lashes from Velour. Essentially, you just throw these on and they don't look like you're wearing really thick or excessive extra lashes. So I'm putting them on now. I'm just going to quickly apply the Kat Von D tattoo liner right over the lash band just to quickly hide it. Or ruin it. Alright, 10 years later and 10 coats of eyeliner that I didn't want to be there, we have the eyelashes half on. Now I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in taupe. I used to use soft brown, now I use taupe. Now this is a new development for me. I normally don't use brow gel, but I've started to use brow gel from Benefit, the Gimme Brow in shade 3. Now I just kind of comb my brow hairs up. And then I comb over here down a little bit so they're not super crazy. Oh my god, I forgot to put mascara on the bottom lashes. Sorry, we're going back to the eyes for 20 seconds. I cannot believe I almost forgot to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to be moving on to the last part of this entire tutorial, which is the lips. Now I'm using the Milani Liquid Lip in 12. Which is Loved, which is this pretty brown, I want to say brown red color. And oh my gosh, it smells so good. It kind of smells like Pillsbury frosting. And the last and final step, I'm going to be applying the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray all over my face. Alright, and that is the completed look. So thank you everyone for watching my video. If you have not subscribed already, I am waiting. I don't have all day here. I mean, time's a ticking. I have no watch here, but that doesn't matter. Did I mind trick? You will subscribe to this channel. Have a great day, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. And without further ado, can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!